Hello, chat.
Hi.
How's it going, everybody? What's up, Panda? What's up, everyone else in the chat? So welcome to another episode of Troll and Toad Plays Magic the Gathering Arena Standard with Logan and Kelly.
Standard.
I'm Kelly. This is Logan.
Hello.
And last week we were working on building a new deck. So let's see. Was it been 2 weeks ago now? We were playing Sultai,
Yeah.
Control, Yorion.
No, it was actually last week because I got on Friday and we done this.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just last
Yeah,
week.
yeah. Just last week on Wednesday. So we got into a matchup against a Timir player who was playing some control variant that neither of us had ever seen
Ever in my life.
and completely wiped the floor with us.
Test of talents on a cultivate hurt so bad.
He 2-0'd us, I believe,
Yeah.
and just countered literally everything we could ever cast, which if you're familiar with Yorion Sultai ramp, there's a lot of stuff we cast.
Yeah, it was a
A
lot.
lot.
And all of it's like threatening, so like they have to counter it. So like they were just holding them for everything. So like cultivate started to just like let them go. The Omen of the Seas, they let them go, and then like we're just not open to cast anything.
Couldn't cast a single thing. It was a terrible experience, and we both immediately said we wanted to try and do that. To
Wanted to play it.
So we have two variants of the deck that we're going to be working on today. We're going to start out with Logan's variant that he was working with you guys on Friday in the chat. I took Logan's variant and made a jank version, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So the deck list that we're running for our Tamir control looks like we're using 3 Test of Talents, 4 Brazen Borrowers, 2 Neutralize, 3 Pop Quiz, 4 Saw It Coming, 2 Rowan Scholar of Sparks, which is also a model card, so we have another side to that. 4 Cultivates, 3 Kesminas, 4 Quandary Commands, 4 Eureka Moments, 2 Alrund's Epiphanies.
Somebody said we should change the camera.
I should change the camera. That's a great idea. What else we have here? 1 Crackle with Power, and then a plethora of lands.
I do think if we are playing the best of 3 format, we do need to edit the sideboard.
Correct. The sideboard here looks like it's just been built for the learn cards that we're running. When I looked over the deck list, I had a question for you, which was, do you want to run what's the name of the card?
What's it do?
It is a learn card. Oh my goodness. Divide by 0. The card that I'm speaking of. Return target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hand, and you learn. Instant speed. It kind of does what your Brazen Borrower is doing, but you don't get the body out of it. And it costs 1 more mana. So, kind of not great, but also gets you into your sideboard.
We could go down to 1 Brazen Borrower and 2 Pop Quiz. So we're running a 2-2 split of Divide by 0, which is a learn spell, and Pop Quiz. Whereas Pop Quiz, like, sometimes we may just need to bounce stuff back. So Divide by 0, if we split it 2-2, cut a Borrower, and then cut down one Pop Quiz and just play 2 Divide by 0.
Okay, we can try that.
Basically, that way it allows us to run 5 copies of Brazen Borrower. 1 Divide by 0 makes the 4th Brazen Borrower, and then the one that we're replacing for the
Pop Quiz.
The Pop Quiz makes a 5th bounce.
Right.
So we are running 5 bounces this way instead of just 4. So we've plus 1.
And already our space is inefficient for our
Oscar.
Go ahead and close that. Sorry about that, chat.
I do think in the sideboard we definitely want Storm's Wrath and Draconic Intervention, because if we run into anything that is remotely putting things on the battlefield, we're gonna have a rough day.
These are both red cards, and it's not searching for them. Storms. There we go. So we want 2.
And then Draconic Intervention, anything to wipe the board.
We got 2.
So that puts us at 12. We could go down 1 Pest Summoning And then we've got 4 cards we can play. We can play like Bone Crusher Giants if we wanted.
Okay.
It gives us a body and a burn spell.
We're just adding to burn in case we have
Yeah.
to run into something.
Yeah, and unless we have to have removal and it's a big body. So we could just play 4 of those if we wanted, just because he does do the thing and it's a body. Sometimes we may need to put the heat on and try and end games fast, and this may be one. So in the control matchup, it comes in because it's another thing for them to counter, or it's going to kill them.
Right.
And it checks Crawling Barons, which we had a hard time doing.
That was
one way we lost the game, was
true.
Crawling Barons. Yeah, they play like no creatures and just play like Crawling Barons.
Yeah.
And still killed us.
Yeah. And it works. Because you're taking so much time dealing with the planeswalkers because you don't want them to start doubling up on all their spells.
Uh-oh. Panda has a mega jank deck if we want to play.
If we want to play. All right, well, we can test this out against your mega jank deck, or we can go head to head with the jank decks later if you want, Panda. It's up to you. Now, what I do see as being slightly a problem,
Not enough basics, in my opinion.
not enough basically.
3, 6, 9. We do have 4 cultivates. It just does feel like we're either not playing enough, or it just does look like we may be a little bit light on lands. It just kind of feels that way to me. 2, 4, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. We're playing 24. I think that's kind of where we want to be. But everything is like at CMC 3.
Yeah.
So basically what that says is we have to get to turn 3 before we're doing anything.
I think we may want some more utility out of our lands as well. So we're playing the modal lands that are rares. They're not bad. But do we not have some scry lands?
We could play the Castle Vantris, which is the blue scryland. We may not have it unlocked.
Am I doing something wrong? I probably don't. That's probably true. I need to
May not have it unlocked.
Castle. We've got some wild cards though.
That's there.
Castle Vantris. Yeah, that's a very decent card we should pull up. So we're gonna drop an island for it, or we keep our.
We
basic
do
land
need to
count?
have islands for it to enter untapped. So since it is a blue source, we probably could cut one of the pathways.
Okay.
Because we've got one pathway that's probably one of the crag ground. Because we do lean heavy blue and not as much red and green.
I agree.
So we do need to make sure that we have blue.
Okay. So
Panda says that it's not meta at all. Well, we honestly don't know if this is meta. Fabled Passages is okay. It
I'd go
thins the
Fabled
deck.
Passages to thin the deck. Yeah, I probably would run that.
But see, that's the thing is I didn't think that they ran Fabled Passage.
I don't remember seeing it.
I don't remember seeing it either. That's the thing is like this deck is already just like chock full with what we're wanting to do. It's just kind of really hard.
I'm gonna add a Temple of Epiphany because we have one to use. We'll have to drop the Castle Vantris because we don't have an actual rare wild card currently. We will get there though. So let's write that down so we don't forget about it.
Castle Vantris. Also, while we're writing that down, I have in my hand 5 booster packs of Modern Horizons 2, and we're going to give these away today. So, there's a lot of squirrels in here. There's all kinds of really good stuff. Fetch lands.
Wow.
There are fetch lands in here. Urza's Saga, which is like $50 for a saga.
Look, I want the fetches. We all want the fetches.
I think we all want the fetches. But there's a chance to get like foil fetches. You can also get like old border foil fetches. You can get etched cards. You can get old art cards in here. So like it's a little bit different. They are as low as ever. Yes, if you have not bought them or you are looking for a good investment, the black-green fetch land, Verdant Catacombs, and the blue-green one, Misty Rainforest, are 2 of the hardest fetch lands to get your hands on. So if you are going to pick those up, you can do it at trollandtoad.com, but those are 2 of the most expensive, hardest to find fetch lands. So I would definitely pick those up if you have not.
Arid Mesa and Flat Marsh are around $18.
Yeah, like that's the
and
lowest Arid Mesa's been in a long time.
I'm seeing a lot of pull rates on those as well.
Yep.
Have you watched Record of Ragnarok yet? I have not. Is this some new anime? I've not seen it. Do we want to go ahead and run this deck and see how it performs?
Chris, have you got Wendy's yet? Speaking of things, have we done yet? But yeah, Panda, let us know if you want to play us right now or if you want to play us a little bit later. Panda asked if they want to fight us.
Throw the challenge out, Panda.
Oh, he's already there. Silver Panda. But no, there's a lot of squirrels. Mark was talking to me about this earlier this week. If he did play Magic, he was going to play squirrels. He's going to play squirrels.
A fun deck type. All right, let me get our giveaway stuff set up, and we'll go ahead and start one of our first giveaways today. So,
And yes, Logan, I've already ate Wendy's. Man, I don't get it. Like, how are you in the shape that you're in? Like, what's your secret? Because like I eat Wendy's every day, and I'm starting to get a belly. I think it might be you're just a lot taller than me too.
all right, chat. That keyword is live, and the keyword is going to be squirrels.
Squirrels.
All right, Panda. Let's say this is the right one.
You work out every other day? What do you do, man? What do you
He
do?
lifts those bacon eggs to his mouth. All right, 3-land hand. We actually have counter magic open.
We've got Kazmina
And Rowan.
Rowan, what we needed for the deck to work.
I think this is a good hand to hold on to. Temple first.
An island. I do think that we can just kind of slow that away.
Okay.
Just because we do have Kazmina, we have Eureka Moment, so if we do draw another land, are they pinning that sound up from over there?
Probably, and I can turn it off very easy. There we go.
That playing that Temple of Epiphany was really loud, and we got the Pokemon, so our mana is fixed.
Yep.
And we can cycle neutralize if they're not doing anything. Okay, yeah, no, I don't think we're worried about this matchup at all.
I don't plan on cycling it though.
Yeah, no,
Just
I
hold
don't
on
think
to
so.
it. I don't think we really need it. We have the draw in our hand.
I do think that we just slap down Kazmina though.
Yes.
Do you think we need green open for the cultivate?
So we're going to go Kazmina this turn, or we're going to cultivate?
I think we Kazmina this turn. To scrap. It's either scrap 1 or scrap 2.
Scrap.
And if we see a land, we have Eureka Moment up. So we can shovel that away.
I'm also lifting those burgers.
It's true.
Jerem's, how's it going,
Okay,
buddy?
Vanishing Light, that's fine. We can Brazen Bar or bounce that back if we really wanted. There's our win con, Crackle with Power. We can cultivate.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're
play.
doing. So we do
our
need
second
one more red source and
and
a green source maybe.
yeah, just to stay balanced.
We can play the forest and pass. No, team's okay. We've rounded our mana out really, really consistently. We'll be able to bounce Vanishing Light and hold up the counterspell for it. Oh my goodness. That is rough.
Okay. Let's play our land.
Transmogrify. Jeez.
Why not, Panda? Why not?
This just got really bad really fast.
So in the main deck, we don't have any.
Crackle with Power is our only way to like nuke the board.
Yeah.
We do have Brazen Bar and the Learn spell to go get like Pest Summoning and some stuff to help keep us alive. What does Rowan's ability do? What does she do?
+1 deals 1 damage to target opponent. 3 damage if we drew 3 cards this turn. The
So
emblem is what we want from her, and she costs our spells to cast less.
She does make our stuff cost less, so we can Rowan and play Eureka Moment
Okay.
on their turn, or just have counterspell with neutralize.
Probably not a bad idea, but we are going to be taking. If we play Rowan,
They're probably going to hit it.
yeah, she's going down.
Yeah.
Hard.
And worst comes to worst, we can bounce. If they only swing 1 at it, we can bounce it. Bounce that 1 threat with the Brazen Borrower. And then Harmonious Archon is going to make Brazen Borrower a 3/3 instead of a 3/1. Non-Archons, yep.
All right.
So it does make our Brazen Borrower just a little bit better. And all the stuff we make off pests are automatically 3/3s. As we just plus that bad boy up and get everybody for 1. Oh, our Brazen Borrower's bounce only costs 1 blue. We're doing all right, Germs. Doing all right. Just hanging in there.
Taking it a day at a time, brother.
Yeah. Just wondering about what's in the squirrel pack here. Maybe there's a fetch land. Maybe there's not. So they're only swinging. So they're swinging 2.
2 of them.
So she's dying
dead.
regardless. We can just Eureka Moment.
Sure. 4 damage. Draw 2.
The land. We did get another Eureka. Just hanging out and holding on. There's a land.
I don't think it matters at this. Actually, we want blue.
Yep.
Let's see. Here.
We've got 1 Brazen Borrower, 2 Brazen Borrowers. We can Brazen Borrower. We can Brazen Borrower bounce twice and still have neutralize up.
Yeah. I think we wait until our turn to decide, though.
Creating the walls, those do become 3/3s. But they do have defender.
Yeah, so they're not going anywhere. Alright, let's get rid of some tokens, I'm guessing, here. So,
We can just bounce both tokens.
we have 3 mana open for a counter. Fire Prophecy. So we wouldn't get to cast our Brazen Borrower, is the play there?
I'm guessing so.
I don't know if it matters. He still has 4 mana open afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think it matters. Because whatever they cast off prophecy is probably what we want to counter. Even if they do anything. If not, we just flash in the borrower.
Written Friendships. Those are 3/3s now as well.
There's a crawling gun.
Okay.
So I do think that Crawling Barons would be made a base power 3/3. So whatever counters it gets put on it, it's getting huge.
I think I'm done playing with the 3/3s though. So I can crackle with power for 2. And
Is
kill
it as many targets or is it just a single target?
as many X targets. So if I crackle for power for 2, I have
can-
2 targets. So I can hit him for 10 and remove this. And then these become 1/1s again.
So it hits up how many targets where X is?
X targets. Deals 5 times X damage to each of up to X targets.
So how many could we pay for?
We can only pay for 2 at the moment. We have 6 mana open aside from the 2 red.
If we do that, our thing becomes a 3/1.
We'll take 2 this turn from the 1/1s.
We can't do that.
I don't know what else they have up their sleeve. They may have some sort of combat trick, but paying 2 mana, or paying 2 X's 2 rather. So that 8 altogether. Bring him down. Good.
Yeah, there's no reason not to attack. It can't block anything. We do. So they are going to gain that life back. They do go up to 12. But we have a Eureka moment. We have a Neutralize. The Neutralize not doing anything now. But, okay.
Okay, buddy.
Oh! Nice.
Just gets it right back.
We're at 6. So, Storm's Wrath. Definitely something we want. Now, we can do that and get Pest Summoning. And when the Pest die, we gain.
I don't know how much it's going to matter, but yeah. We can't cast it because autopay
Ah, nice.
tapped our green man.
Oh, we can Quandrix Command.
We will need to do that on their turn on combat. No attackers.
Because in combat, those would all become 1s, but there is 4 of them.
So
And then we can get +2/+1/+1 counters on our thing, on our Brazen Barbers. So it is a 5/5, and once we die to it, we can block it. And then this next turn, we're going to be able to play Pest Summoning. No combat? Oh my goodness. Do they have the Bone Crusher Giant though?
great 2 4/4s.
Nice.
Nice. Stomps.
Stonks, as the kids say, and then we'll just cycle that bad boy. So Crawling Bands. There's a Divide by 0.
Nice. Okay. So this actually is not as bad as we originally thought.
And we have Divide by 0 to bounce one of the 4/4 angels back. If they do play the Archon, their angels become 3/3s and not 4/4s.
True.
So they may be a little hesitant on doing that. And if so, and they go to combat, we'll just Divide by 0, bounce one of their things, learn, make another Pest Summoning. All kinds of good stuff. And if not, we manage to live through the turn because the pests do gain us life. We can just Eureka moment on our turn or something.
No attacks. It's in turn.
You do play Harmonious Archon. Live this turn. That is fine. Because now our thing profitably blocks the angel. And our pests just trade with their stuff.
Alright.
We do have to Divide by 0 the Archon,
though. Is this not game either way?
It may be. Because we would take 4,
I can
5, 6.
I can bounce one of these. I can block the other one.
I think it is game.
Yeah. And then I take 6.
We would gain 2, so we'd be -4. I just don't think it was fast enough.
Yeah.
But we do have Storm's Wrath, Draconic Intervention, all kinds of stuff.
Are we on best of 3 or?
We may
So
have just been best of 1.
We were on best of 1.
Okay.
GG Panda.
GG, Panda. That was a little rough.
The 3/3s are everywhere.
Hey, what did we finish?
I have no idea.
That was close. It really was close. So I know, Panda, I think it was you talking about our aggro game. Like, we have some answers for the aggro game. Like we do. I don't think it was as bad as we thought it was, but
let's jump into traditional ranked and see how we do.
boy, if we hit, gosh, I hope we hit just like the Sultai stuff. I really do. I
wanna
hope
see how
everything
it
we play.
performs.
Yeah.
I guess we can go ahead and roll our giveaway, chat.
Yes, we can.
Germs, you are the wiener.
Modern Horizons 2.
Would you like for us to bust them on stream, or would you like to be sent them sealed?
I thought that said $1 million. I thought you were getting ready to type $1 million. I was like, whoa. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Big fan. Our opponent does go first, though.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think no matter what, we play the Triumph first, unless we hit the Scryland for whatever reason. That's another thing. We can just trade the Triumphs out for Scrylands. Do we have any of the blue-green Scryland? Temple of Enlightenment? No, that's not Temple of Enlightenment.
I think we
Temple
have
of
one
Mystery.
copy. I think we do have one copy.
He wants us to open it.
Sure.
So,
Alright, let's take a break from this game real quick and let our opponent do whatever.
they just played a land and foretold something. So,
Not missing much over there, chat.
no. You think? I'll just main this for a second. It's blue. It does tap for blue, right? Yeah.
Can you see germs? There we go. So here's your artwork card. Holding your cards upside down. Forest, discerning taste. Sorry, germs. I'm terrible at this, guys. I'm not Drew. Late to dinner, Sojourner's Companion, which is actually the art card that you got. Goldmire Bridge, Breathless Knight, Vectus Gloves, Aethersworn Sphinx, Sylvan Anthem rare.
Ooh.
Titania, Protector of Argoth. Lazotep Chancellor.
That
And a
Titania's really
foil.
cool.
Faithless
Yeah,
Salvador.
Titania's really cool. So they just behold the multiverse. We haven't done anything really. We just played a couple lands. Solemn Simulacrum. I think we'll just counter that.
Is it a good pack? Yes, it's a good pack. That goes out to Germ.
Yeah, Titania's really good. It's another Simulacrum. That is fun. Eureka moment. So we're at least going to get to put this forest onto the battlefield. Oh, we just... Are they tapped out?
They're tapped out.
6-7, that's 3-6. Still short from Saw It Coming.
So, what color is this?
It's like 4 colors. So like they've got this, whatever this is, the mountain,
Mountain,
blue, white,
blue, white, red.
blue, white, red. So like Jeskai. It looks like
America.
you can actually have this steering wheel back, but I don't think we let them have the Goldspan Dragon.
Absolutely not. Yeah, agree with that choice.
And then if they do try and counter back here, we have the Test of Talents. Oh my goodness. Sorry, buddy. I do. Yeah, I think you tested talents that.
I think we'll take all those negates. How many more of them do you have?
Oh, please. There's one.
Only 2 in the deck. Just look through the deck a little bit more while we were there. So they have a lore hold command and rally the ranks.
So we did not get a land.
We didn't cultivate.
Yeah, we'll cultivate and just get them anyway. Rally the ranks. I do believe we need a green source and a blue source. We've got our 2 red sources, so we're completely fine.
Okay.
Now we're just back to where we were. If you want to, you can foretell the All Runs Epiphany and still have Brazen Borrower up, or we can just hold our Eureka Moment and Quandrix Command.
I think that's the play. To see if they have... I don't think they're going to be playing any
I think it's
more
like Jeskai
artifacts.
something. They're not like doing a whole lot. Like they just tried the Goldspan Dragon.
I'm sure.
No, not sure. I don't know what the white's for, but I think that's in their hand. What's in their hand?
Rally the ranks and the lore hold command.
Oh, okay. I think this is just like the Jeskai Dragons thing. So they do have the red-white dragon as well.
We'll take the 2.
Like, we just Eureka Moment here. Let them tap out as much as they want. Dragon.
Well, we know what he's doing.
Oh, it's a land, so they don't have anything for the All Runs Epiphany.
Okay. Let's go ahead and read the moment at the end of the turn. Sure.
And then we just put the pathway in. So they are all tapped out.
Epiphany and get rid of the
Yeah, found the token.
Scry.
We've got 2 Quandrix commands in hand. Yeah, we can just throw that bad boy to the bottom. And then Casmina. Get in for 2. Like, it's not a lot, but... Saw it coming. I do think we want that on the top. Yeah, I have no clue why. What does Rally the Ranks do?
+1/+1 to target creature type.
Oh, okay. So like
But-
it just makes the dragons
Yeah.
bigger.
We'll have 5/5 gold spans.
Jeskai for the lore hold command? I mean, they're playing the blue for the negates. Other than that, it would just be like Boros dragons. So it's like Jeskai, you're splashing for the spells.
Okay, before he can attack, he goes back in your hand.
And then we'll just make one of the birds bigger.
And
You
then
can
that's the
flash
end of
it,
your
braid the
turn.
bar.
Yeah, braid the bar. Get rid of the mountain. Get in first. Put that in.
Yeah.
And then we'll just counter this dragon.
Yeah, I do think that like if they don't have anything for the Quandrix command, like we just win. Just because like they're at 11, that's 3, 6, 7 as it is right now. And the +2 from the Quandrix command makes 12. It's either 12 or 11 exactly.
And we will just put back in.
Quandrix command, Eureka Moment, and any counter spell. There we go.
Balance.
I think that's fine. Two. GG. I don't know if they will concede.
They have a lot of mana, and their deck can draw them more cards, so
They can.
they definitely could turn this around if they just started curving out on everything they need.
Yeah.
The test of talents, though, is going to make it very difficult for them here.
Yeah. Depending on if they cast something that talents hits. Like if they tag the Lorehold command, that's it. We're taking all of them. I'm sorry. Like if they cast it, I think we get all the commands out. Because the commands draw them cards.
Yeah.
It's something we really don't want. I do think them tapping out and then us casting the Epiphany is what won the game. I think that's where it turned. They just tapped out at the wrong time. This is wild. I like it so far.
I love when they take all of their timeouts, chat.
Yeah. They just they rope you. I think Sisay is insane.
Yes.
Sisay's really good. I hate that you're just using all your timeouts like that. Oh, do you really? Awesome. Foil
Nice.
edged one, dude. But no, I think like it's okay. Like we did play a best of one and didn't get to go to the sideboard, but this has done okay so far.
Yeah. This hand performed very well. We curved out into everything that we needed mana wise.
I think that's the first time we've curved out like perfectly since we've started playing. Usually we have either terrible luck of having all lands or no lands.
It's so shiny. Just rub it in, Panda.
Dude, this black and green squirrel's tripping me out.
We have to open that for someone.
I hope so. Somebody get Mark in here. Mark black squirrels.
That's a conceit. Okay.
Oh, they just...
That's a full drop, chat. He closed his client. Well, I'll take it.
We take those.
Okay, let's jump back in and look at the deck. See how we got around that game and if there's anything we want to change out now. So yeah, I think the divide by zeros are helping with our 5 bounce spells. It definitely seems like we're able to tempo people out
Yep.
fairly easily. Kasmina is hit. She's dropping on turn 3 when she needs to, and she's helping us curve out our mana.
Yeah,
very
she's
easily.
really good. Like the Scribe one, the thing that made Kasmina really good when we played against her and we were on the other side is they had Rowan at the same time.
Yes.
Which we had Kasmina and Rowan in one hand, but we didn't get to have them both on the field. I think at that point, like we're scrying too, and our instant sorcery spells are costing 2 less because Kasmina gets it as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they were able to do so much.
That's backwards.
Oh, that's each other.
Yeah, each other planeswalker. So Kasmina doesn't actually get the abilities of other planeswalkers there. But still,
Rowan gets all the copies of.
yes, and being able to +2 the Rowan to where the very next turn you can -4 if you need to get the emblem,
Yeah.
where you can start making copies of all of your spells, which would be crazy with Crackle with
Crackle power. That's all it takes. I think it's. Let's see if we have those Scrylands for those triomes.
Okay.
I think it's like Mystery Temple of Mystery is the one.
I've been Temple probably. Let's see. Temple of Malady is not what we're looking for.
green
Temple
black
of
one.
Abandon. We have a copy
It's a red
of.
green one.
So we can drop a red green land.
We could cut one of the triomes
Yeah.
just because it enters tap and doesn't do anything. It does give us 3 colors, but I do think we've had a really good, like we're heavy blue and we've seen a lot of blue and that's kind of what the deck's meant to do. Do you have one on the other page? Oh, we do have it.
Temple of
Okay,
Mystery.
so we just cut the other trio.
Right. It does feel to me though that the combo. I'm not sure what the deck we were playing against was running with the combo, because the only thing I ever saw them copy was draw spells.
So they did that, and then their closer in the sideboard is what they get off the learn spell.
The mascot
yeah.
exhibition.
I think that's what it was. Because they also weren't playing like Crackle with Power, whereas ours, we actually have finishers that we want to use with Rowan, which is Mascot Exhibition and Crackle with Power.
Yeah.
So we have clearly identified what our win con was. Theirs just came out of the sideboard. So we actually have a win con in main, and that we can go and get it anytime with like Pop Quiz and Divide by Zero.
Other than that, beating them down with Brazen Borrowers, I think we need to focus more on casting it as a creature if we can, because that definitely helped in that last game. I don't know. We'll see how it performs after this. We doctored it up a little bit with the lands. I think our lands will be a little bit more consistent now.
Yeah, and they're going to do things like we're going to be able to make sure that we curve out on top instead of having like the Triumph that done nothing that one turn. We can at least see what the top is. That way, if we need a land, we keep it. If not, we can shuffle it and it's not dead. Or in our case, it will be a land if we didn't want it, whether or not we shuffle it away or not.
Now we should probably start the keyword for our next giveaway. And in honor of the deck that we're playing today, the keyword is going to be Tamir.
Teamer.
So go ahead and spam that keyword, guys, if you want to be entered in to win a pack of Modern Horizons 2. Keep in mind, you must be following in order to win the giveaways.
Yes.
Back to the magic. So we will play first, and we have a terrible hand. So we got 2 tests of talents, but we don't have the mana that we actually need to cast anything or to get us around it. I think we mulligan off of this. And we open up into something that looks a lot better here.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get rid of...
I do think we go like Temple.
Temple turn 1.
We don't have
this
a way
is
to
a
turn
green
the
mana.
Snarl. The Snarl is the only one that's going to come intact regardless.
Yeah, I think we could just. I think we just get rid of it.
Yeah, I think that's the one we push back everything else. Because we've got Cultivate to go and get it. So we go like Temple first. The Craggown's going to have to come in as the green. Barons, I don't think we want.
What's your guys' favorite shard? Grixis. It's the best one.
Esper, the second best one. I think we play that for green, and then we can Auron's Epiphany, put it into, so it's going to cost less than not at 7 in our hands. I'm a big fan of Esper if it's not Azorius, but I have played a lot of Jeskai.
We drew a Temple of Mystery, but I think we're still going to go ahead and get our Cultivate out here.
Still don't know what we're playing.
We have the blue-green land in hand, so let's put our red source in so we don't have to go and grab it.
It does look like it's just mono blue, though. What we are playing against.
Ooh.
If they test... Oh, okay.
Yeah. Magma Opus. So I know what they're... This is probably... Is it?
Is it?
Blue-red with Magma Opus and... They're going to play a bunch of instants and sorceries, and then at some point they're going to cast a card that will get them a creature equal to the instants and sorceries in their graveyard. And then they get a card back from their graveyard. Can't remember what the name of that card is.
So we have Brazen Borrower. I think like we could drop Temple now. And then like we can either Rowan or hold up Quandrix Command. There's our Kasmina.
Okay. 2 mana open on their end.
So if that's what it is, I do think like Rowan needs to come in so we can just Kasmina as the follow-up.
Should we worry about a negate here?
If that's what they choose to. But like, were you running a whole lot in your Is It Dragons list?
No.
I didn't think so. But if this is what they counter, that's fine. They'll probably let it go anyway. But it does make our Brazen Borrower a bounce. We still have one.
Right. They're thinking about it. They don't know if they want it or not.
If they let it resolve, it stonks. Okay.
Okay.
Then we'll just +1 shooting. Okay, that's fine. So they have 5 mana now?
So the goal here is they want to cast a
Goldspan
Goldspan Dragon. Okay, so yeah, you can cast it, that's fine, but I'm putting it back in your hand. You can keep your trader token, I don't care.
Next, we'll go land Casmina and have like Quantrix command open.
Okay, so land, Casmina. We're going to do +2 here.
Yeah. So it protects Rowan. Rowan's now at 5. And when does she ult? At 4?
4.
Yeah, so she ults next turn. So we have the Borrower as like kind of safekeeping. But if you look, our Auron's Epiphany only costs 5 now. And then we just, we can just make a fractal if we already know we want that on top.
Yeah, let's get 1/1.
So if they hit a land for turn, we can literally just put the Goldspan Dragon back in our hand. Oh,
They can see.
there it is.
Alright, so what do we want to do about the dragons?
So Storm's Wrath hits all of them.
True.
I do think we still need to play reactive with them. So like Storm's Wrath, I think is the only thing that we'll bring in. We'll cut 1 Casmina, and we can cut 1. We can cut like 1 Test of Talents.
Okay.
I don't think that they had a lot of counterspells, though they may bring them in. So we can cut 1 Cultivate. Does look like we've been, curving out pretty consistently.
Yeah.
That way we have the Test of Talents to
I
catch
think that's a
them.
safer bet.
Yeah. Well, GG. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. I don't think you really do anything at that point.
There's not anywhere you can really go when you're back
No.
into the corner like that. Because now we're going to start casting our spells twice every turn, drawing a ton, and just getting all of those back in our hand.
That's insane. So the Snarl's online super early.
Yeah, we'll keep this. I wonder what the snow mana is for, though, chat.
It may be for the frostbite coming out of the sideboard, maybe.
Well, that's a counterspell.
Yeah.
I have to assume.
Whatever it is, we'll catch it with Test of Talents. One way or another, whenever we get it. Did you guys see the teasers for AFR? I've not.
I have seen a few of them on Reddit, but I mean, it's still kind of early, check, so a lot of that stuff can be fake, sadly. But as soon as the full list is up,
just
we'll do
borrow
a
that back?
review of it. We'll take 2 if we borrow that.
Morrow put it on his blog, so it's no fake, they said. I think we can just borrow that back in their hands.
Okay, we'll take 2 from targeting it.
I mean, 2's better than 4.
4.
And if we really don't have anything, we can just counter it down. Counter it on its way down. I think for blue. That way we have Saw It Coming and Neutralize It.
Which we have a
Both
buttload
of. So, not needing the counter spells. Goldspan Dragon, please.
I'll put it on his blog, so it's not fake. Okay.
Um,
Do you want to post a link in Discord, and we'll probably go over it towards the end of the stream? What we see there.
They're gonna pass. You can flash in Brazen Borrower and force. How much does Crawling Barrens take to activate? 4?
4.
Can it tap itself for the
Yes.
mana? Okay. Awesome. So if they really don't do anything, we just start making Crawling Barrens. Now we kind of do need to draw a card.
Expressive iteration.
I think that's fine. Because we really don't want to get an encounter.
You added me. Thank you, Panda. I'll pull it up in just a minute. He's gonna cast the red land. This gets him into Bone Crusher.
I think we just counter it that one.
And then we just say. Okay.
Okay.
So we didn't draw a land. But we are fine.
Yep.
Depending on what they play next. Did you know if you test of talents, a Bone Crusher Giant is instant ability, the Stomp, you can't search for other Stomps.
Because that is how those cards work. Anything that's got, I think, yeah, like you just straight out right counter that one. Any card that has adventure is always seen as a creature everywhere except when you put it on the stack.
We drew into a Casmina here. We still do not have any lands.
No. I do think we just have to hold it up and then cycle the neutralize, unfortunately.
Well, we could divide by 0 whatever they cast this turn and go and get our environmental science.
It's true.
So we can make sure we get a land. I hate sitting on green and looking across me at a blue deck that has more mana.
Yeah. And it hasn't been, like, we still have 4 cultivates in the main. So I don't think it's any lack of us just not finding, like, not having enough copies. We just have
So there's the Galazeth.
think you counter that?
Let me give it back to him and put it back in his hand.
Yeah.
Before it even enters the battlefield. Which is why I really like that card.
The environmental sciences, because we do need to hit a land. Whether or not we draw one here, we still need to. So I think we'll tap, instead of using auto tap, we tap Crawling Barrens and our forest. That way we have all of our blue. Because I do not want to get. Do you think we need another red?
Yeah.
Or that's our first
That's
red.
our first
actually.
red, yeah.
And then we just leave the neutralize up.
Alright, so 4 mana for Galazeth. They leave 4 mana open.
I think that's fine.
You're gonna allow them to have it this turn.
Because if they do cast anything else, Quandrix command 100% puts it back to the thing.
Yep. And this should be a Goldspan Dragon. Nope, they are foretelling something.
Okay. So you can test of talents here. I mean, not test of talents, but you
Quandrix
can
command?
Quandrix command just to shuffle some stuff back into our library.
I think that's the right play, just to...
Reuse our counter spells.
Yeah. So we will return this. Three of our counters back.
Okay. That is great. We love to see it.
Red mana out. We can finally cast Casmina and still have counter magic open.
Yep. And she's gonna scrap for us. They foretold, saw it coming. Yeah, it
Do you
kind
think it's a saw it coming? I think one of those is an Alrund's Epiphany.
If they do saw it coming, we test of talents right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. I'm gonna take the rest of those, except for that one that might be exiled right there. 1 out of his hand, 2 out of his library, and 1
One in his graveyard. So,
So
it's
that is
definitely
an
not it.
Alrund's Epiphany, most likely.
And you're definitely just gonna scrap here. Yeah, we want that on the bottom.
Even if she dies here, I don't really need another one.
Blue players are so predictable. Not always.
Okay. Frostbite coming in, bring Casmina down to 1. Not really sure what the point of that was.
Just to kill it so they can hit us for 4.
Sweet. Another divide by 0.
We can divide by 0, bounce the Galazeth on their turn. And then if they have something, we just neutralize.
Well, I'm not worried about any more counter spells.
Yeah, no, that Auron's Epiphany did hurt. That was, in fact, Auron's Epiphany.
Scrying on our turn. Okay.
Just bounce Galazeth. And I think what we'll add here is another environmental sciences.
Yeah. That will put us on 7, and the next time we divide by 0, we can get our mascot exhibition if we need it. And we'll take the 2 damage here. That puts us at 14.
And if they try and cast Galazeth, we can just counter it.
Get rid of it.
Now that they just slap Goldspan Dragon.
They have
They had another one. We do have divide by 0 for it. So.
Yeah. And we get another land. Nice. Probably green mana here.
And just tap both forest for the environmental sciences.
Well, crawling baron's enough for us.
Right. Unless we wanted to keep the mana up to activate crawling barons.
It can still be activated while it's tapped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stonks, okay.
We
I
want.
think we
our
add our second red. That way our Crackle with Power is in fact live.
And
And
then
like that kind of feels like it's it.
go right ahead, sir. So we have how much mana on the field? 7. This will be our 8th mana, so we can technically hit 2 things for 10 next turn if we want. Let's go ahead and get rid of this.
Are they going to counter that?
They have anything left? They may have a negate. Maybe they rotated in a test of talents, but
Test the talents on divide by 0. They're going to be sad to only see 2.
I think that
Feels real bad.
I think that's definitely the last one.
The worst thing is if like you surgical extraction your opponent's one of, or you test their test of talents your opponent's one of, feels terrible. Absolutely backbreaking. You're like, man, this is just a 1-for-1 that done absolutely nothing. But yeah, no, remember the keyword is teamer. So keep spamming that in. You do have to be following in order to win this giveaway. And it is for a pack of Modern Horizons 2 for those of you that have came in throughout the stream. 1 pack of Modern Horizons 2. The set booster, that is. So we'll take 2 here.
We're going to cast our Galazeth again.
We can just kill it this time.
Yeah.
Hit them for 10 and hit Galazeth for 10. Oh. Stomp.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Now, if they have Crackle with Power, that sucks. So,
We'll go down to 7 here. And they pass turn.
But
I have to do this, or I die this turn.
Yep.
And it taps me out, so I'm very concerned about what happens on the other side of the field.
Oh, they do have Brazen Bar with
Yeah,
it.
so they have 7 anyway. Yep. That's GG.
I think we just needed to be on the play that game, but not hitting lands really sucked.
It did slow us down there quite a bit. I don't think there's anything that we
I don't
change
think
out,
there's
though.
anything that we changed. Nope.
Our opponent believed the same.
Definitely gonna
Play
go first. think that's okay.
If we draw into a green
If
source.
we draw into a green source, it's wonderful. Which we do play some. We do have Test of Talents and Saw It Coming, so we can put those both into play, and they're both live off of our 2 lanes.
Let's try it out.
Let's try it.
What's the worst that can happen, chat? We lose
We
2 rank
open up
points?
and put that in as the red side. That would be the worst thing that could happen. Okay,
got a
we did get a
brazen
bounce.
bar.
That's fine. Now we need to hit a land on this turn.
It's my time.
Oh
Fine.
my god. I think that's something we put into the Yorion build. Did not hit it. Now this sucks.
We technically don't have to foretell this turn, so we won't.
Oh boy, that is right.
So what happens when you keep a 2-land hand, chat? Don't ever listen to us.
Do not. Land, pass. Oh, God. No, you hate to see it. You think, yeah, you just have to put that into foretell. Oh, no. Oh, boy.
We can still come back from.
We can. It's not that bad.
Oh no. Why did we keep a 2-land hand? I believe that it would work too, chat. Oh my god.
Galazeth. Now, we can just bounce that with Brazen Borrower to get something out of our hand and make them reuse all of their mana. I think this is GG, Panda says. Well, if we hit a green land, I don't think so. If we draw like Forest... Oh, wait, no, that was their... Oh, we didn't draw anything. Okay, no, stupid. I was behind.
Way too far behind at this point.
Now, I will say, as I said on the Yu-Gi-Oh stream, when I won, always play to your outs. Never scoop too early. I do think, like, in 2 more turns, if we don't find a land to get Cultivate going, then it's fine, too. But I do think that we play it out at least 2 more turns. There, you just put the Auron's Epiphany into Foretell to keep your hand size. That sucked. That blue lot. But they now are at 3, 6, 7 mana. If they can cast Auron's Epiphany. Now, if they do cast... Okay. If they cast Auron's Epiphany, please scoop. Dang.
Okay.
Yep.
GG.
Well, that sucked.
We won't do this to ourselves anymore.
No.
I cannot believe we did not draw a land there.
Yeah.
chat.
No.
I at least expected to draw a blue-red land. I mean, if we can't have what we need, just give us something we can't, you know? Alright, that was an unfair game.
That
Yeah,
was.
It happens. Germs, you won a second
A
pack.
second pack. Germs, you lucky, lucky person.
Germs, would you like for us to open this for you?
Been following us since December. Wow, Germs.
Our early bird.
Early bird.
Alright, chat. So the next deck that we're going to talk about is the jank one.
The jank one. I do think one card we could add in there is Maze Mind Tome.
Yeah.
Seemed kind of dope for them. But what do we take out?
What do we cut for it? That's the question. So, this deck is an 80 card Tamir control deck. It is running Urian as the companion. Again, you can open. Okay, let's go ahead and open them.
I think
Get out of the way.
what this deck wants more than instant and sorceries is permanent.
Yes.
So things like Maze Mind Tome, Omen of the Seas, things like that.
Art card, you got a foil island.
Hey, those are kind of like, those are a little bit of change.
Tizarus Charger, Disciple of the Sun, Piercing Rays, Soul of Migration,
Uh-oh.
You got an Underworld Cookbook. This
Hey,
is a
the
really good
cookbook.
card in the Grixis food deck that's going around in Modern right now.
This food.
Skyblade's Boon. Profane Tutor, a rare.
Hey.
Timeless Dragon, another rare. Extruder.
Hey.
Blazing Rootwalla. And a Foil Foundation.
Voila. Got an old border card. That's kind of dope. I love seeing all of those. Now the old border foils with the shooting star.
You stack this up with your other cards here, Germs. And we will get those shipped out to you tomorrow. Back to our small cam. Okay. So, this 80 card deck, the cards that we're running here, we got 2 copies of Omen of the Sea, so we can bounce that with our Yorion and some decent draw spells, scry spells for us. 2 Test of Talents, because we were still... I wanted to keep it in line with what we saw when we played against that Tamir control deck, which was just, hey, we're countering everything you could ever want to play and removing stuff from your deck. That's crucial for your deck to work. Fire Prophecy, because there's not a lot of good spot removal in Standard right now for Red. Most of the things you're seeing, you're not dealing a lot of damage, but I feel like Fire Prophecy hit is at that 3 point.
Yeah,
is a good spot. Plus its extra ability of putting a card at the bottom of my library and drawing another card, cycle some things out. Which in this deck you need to happen a lot because of how many cards you're running, you have to cycle through the deck quickly, just to make sure that you stay consistent in your land drops. We're running 3 copies of Lotus Cobra. Now this was a last minute addition that I did this morning, because I was finding that on a lot of turns I was doing one thing and that was it, and it was difficult for me to round out the mana that I needed on certain turns where I have, I need the 2 red, which we saw in our deck was sometimes hard to run into. Lotus Cobra kind of fixes that for me because I can drop a Fabled Passage, I can drop any other land and get a red mana sword or red mana floating from Lotus Cobra. And it also enables us a lot of the times to be able to drop a land, cultivate, get another mana on top of that, and then do something else during the same turn, which is usually like a Wolf Willow Haven, so we ramp up even faster. 2 Mystical Disputes for the blue matchup, or just a counter spell in general is usually good. It's only 1 more mana than a Mana Leak, so give it a break. 2 Neutralize, we can actually cycle those out if we don't need them, which is super useful. 3 copies of Saw It Coming. This was at 4 before, but I had to drop down so I could have some of the other things I wanted in the deck. We are running 1 Salundi Vision. I feel like this card actually has saved me quite a few times. Running an instant speed to where I can look at the top 6 cards of my deck and then choose an instant sorcery, which the instant or sorcery that I'm usually looking for is a Storm's Wrath, so I can clear the field, an Auron's Epiphany, so I can take my extra turn, or a Genesis Ultimatum, so I can try and win the game just off the bat. Rowan, Scholar of Sparks, or Will, Scholar of Frost. I haven't seen myself casting the Will version of this card. It definitely is a possibility. Rowan, however, causing my spells to cast one, or cost 1 less, and that extra damage that she puts out, if I ever get to that emblem, things start getting really wild. Cultivate are at 3 in the deck. 2 Prismari commands, which I feel like have been running very well because they're helping me with spot removal on small things. They help me draw cards when I need to draw cards. The discard effect, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, is not super meaningful in this deck because I can always Quandrix command things that I've discarded back into my deck. Plus the treasure token on top of a gold spend dragon is insane.
Yes, really good.
It's mana on mana on mana. The Quandrix commands are really good. They do help me with the artifacts or enchant spells that I can counter as well. Returning things or bouncing things, +1/+1 counters. Kasmina is in here as well, but only at 1 copy. Again, it's hard to fit everything into this deck that you need to fit. We're running Draconic Intervention, which I feel like is a very decent wipe spell, considering the fact that there are going to be a lot of high mana value cards in my discard pile towards the end of the game. So this does help me wipe bigger creatures off the field. Storm's Wrath is awesome.
Yep.
4 damage to everything, including planeswalkers. Super sick. A Crow in War is always a good red card to run if you're not dealing with a lot of creatures for your side. Take them from the other side. Eureka Moment is just good all around. Draw 2 cards, put a land card into the battlefield that turn. Goldspan Dragon. So I put a Shark Typhoon, a Vorinclex, a Kiora, and a Jadzi. So these are all targets for our Genesis Ultimatum. There are not a lot of copies, so you don't see them very often, sadly. I think the deck could probably work better or more consistent to try and run 4 copies of Genesis Ultimatum and then just throw in as many permanents as you possibly can. But I think in order to do that, we have to get away from what we're thinking of with the deck with all of these counter spells. So I wanted to try and see if this iteration works. If it doesn't, we can always cut out those counter spells and work off something different.
Yeah.
Goldspan Dragon, Stalks. Jadzi, Oracle of Arcavios. Basically says, when I cast an instant or sorcery spell, I can reveal the top card of my library, and if it's a non-land card, I can cast it for 1 mana.
Stonks.
Which casts a spell, so it says that I get to look at the next card on top of my deck and cast that one for 1 mana. It's ridiculous. Also, if it's a land card, it just goes directly onto the battlefield. So, ramp a little bit. It's difficult to get to Jadzi when I want to cast her, but I don't want to cast her. I want to Genesis Ultimatum her onto the field for free, basically. And then we get into the other win methods of the deck. Oh, also Ugin, the Spirit Dragon, is another target for Genesis Ultimatum.
The Dragon
All around
Man.
great card.
The Dragon Man.
What your opponent doesn't see coming are the fireball spells. So while you're ramping up the entire time, giving them threats that they have to answer or remove or counter, you're holding on to things like Explosive Welcome, so I can hit something for 5, hit them for 5,
And
free
then
to something
add 3
else.
red mana.
Magma Opus does 4 damage divided as I choose among any number of targets. I get to tap 2 permanents and create a 4/4 blue elemental creature and draw 2 cards. It does cost 8, but we will get to that 8 mana cost fairly easily in this deck. Crackle with Power, we're running 1 copy of it. We've seen it in the other deck. It is powerful.
Yep.
8 mana, 10 damage to 2 targets is very strong. If you ever happen to get to the point where you can cast this for 4, you just win the game because you're hitting somebody for 20.
Yep. How much do you need to hit for 4?
That would be 4, 12, 14.
14 lands.
Which is difficult, but in this deck we're running 30 lands, so it's definitely possible.
Hey, that's less than half.
And also we're running Volcanic Geyser, instant speed, fireball. When we're ramping up, super powerful.
Really good.
We are running Fabled Passages in the deck since we are running the Lotus Cobras, since it will, get us basically 2 free floating mana by just putting this into the field. The Crawling Barons, again, is an alternative win con, so if they happen to get past the ultimatums, the Vorinclex, the hundreds of things that we're putting out there, now they have to deal with this land that stops being a creature at the end of my turn every time, which it usually ends up being a very difficult thing to deal with later in the game.
Yep.
The deck is powerful. It has a lot of answers. Being consistent is the problem. And with 80 card decks, we run into that a lot. So we will switch over to Mirror Control. And every opponent that I've played against with this deck so far has been super confused. They don't know what's going on. This is not a deck that you'll see in any tournament lists currently. None of the pros are running anything like this. So it is something to kind of throw people off, but it is jank. Don't get me wrong. We'll see how it performs here, though. So we want to play first here. We have 2 mana.
Wolf Willow Haven is a thing.
That is a thing. It puts us at 3.
And we have a temple. Always love to see some jank.
I think we can hold on to this.
Yeah.
How's it going, Hampton? How you feeling today, brother?
Is that Hampton?
Hampton, yep.
Whoa.
Harukai.
Hampton.
Could
You
ask
alive?
pretty more than that, Hampton. Okay, so we get rid of the volcanic geyser because we want to see that later in the game.
Volcanic geyser.
Just rearing its head, though. I hate to hear that for you, brother. Let's get the Wolf Roll Haven out here so we can actually hit our Prismari command next turn. And it fixes our
I'm
mana
sorry
if
about
we
that,
need to.
brother. We need a land.
Well, they have Wolf Roll Haven as well. So they're playing green-white.
Selesnya something.
The Prismari command is not active. We did not draw a land.
You can put, yeah, saw it coming into play.
Yeah, let's go ahead and foretell that. And probably not be able to do anything this turn.
How's there not?
What's the 4-drop they might drop? I want to see it.
Plethora of all kinds of stuff. Chariot.
Chariot. Okay.
Such a- There's Temple.
Temple of Abandon, that does help us, but it comes in tapped, unfortunately. Lotus Cobra.
Lotus Cobra, but we don't have any lands to pair with it.
Don't think it's gonna help
Yeah, I don't think it's doing much here.
us.
Now we can Prismari Command, kill one of the cats.
We can't. We need a blue or a red
Oh,
source.
we do, don't we?
Yeah. We need that a Temple of Abandon to be.
We can add.
We can take 4 this turn. That's fine. He's
Yeah.
gonna make a copy.
We do have Saw It coming.
We can stop whatever he wants to cast this turn. We'll take 4. He'll make a copy of the cat. But on our next turn, we can Prismari Command. And Prismari Command also destroys artifacts, right? Destroy target artifact. Yeah, so we can get rid of the chariot. We don't have to worry about it anymore. We also have Test of Talents open in case
Test of Talents.
they cast something. They instant or sorcery base that's
Crazy.
crazy this turn. Okay, they are still stuck on 4 mana. You can't
Tosk
be
it.
countered, so
Squirrel!
I can't do it.
Look, Mark, it's the squirrel if you're here. Mark loves that squirrel.
They hit me for 4. You draw
Oh.
2.
That's what Toski does.
This is gonna get,
Oh.
this is gonna get dirty really fast.
We can Eureka Moment. That's like our only thing that we can do.
We can Prismari Command now,
Yeah.
but
We can kill Toski, draw 2.
can't kill him. He's indestructible.
Of course. If not, then we can just like Eureka Moment. We can kill one of the cats.
We can kill a cat and the chariot, so we can stop them from making copies.
It's true. Whatever you think's best. I do think that we definitely need to find a land. For sure.
Let's meet in the middle. Let's Prismari Command. Let's wait. Hold on. Let's give them their turn. Because we never know what they're gonna cast. They have 5 mana.
Chris said, I hate laundry. Panda said, so does JT. He headbutted the washing machine. I think that might really be what it is JT got upset and he did headbutt the washer trying to show it who's boss, and the washer just happened to be a little bit better, like well made.
Choose any number of target artifact tokens and or creature tokens you control with different names, but each of them create a copy. So he's just gonna make a bunch of cats is his goal here. I mean that's fine, I guess. You can have your 1/1.
I was just
Wow.
thinking of a saga in my head. It's got 5 modes, right? First one, first chapter, scry 1. Second one, scry 2. Third one, scry 3. Fourth one, scry 4. Fifth one, draw 5 cards. I think JT smarted off the washer, and the washer wasn't having any more of his crap. It's very plausible. That could have happened. He could have just fell and hit it and been clumsy and didn't want us to think that he's clumsy.
Oof. Let's think about this. So I can cast 2 mana, Lotus Cobra, Triome, have 4 mana up, Eureka Moment, draw 2. Do nothing on their turn.
Yep.
And take 6 damage. Plus whatever.
Whatever else they've got.
Yeah. I mean, let's just get the Lotus Cobra out of my hand.
Technically, the trio entered untapped. Do we have any mana specifically? We've got 4 mana. We can Eureka Moment.
Yeah, that's the plan. Let's get a green here for no reason. Eureka Moment, auto pay.
We hit like 1 land. Well, we got Storm's Wrath. We did get Storm's Wrath, so. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You have played right into this Storm's Wrath super hard. Toski's going to draw him 4. Toski, Bearer of Secrets, is kind of insane. It is going to stick around. But killing the store, like, killing all of this is going to be super huge. No. So, play the pathway. Definitely blue. We'll have red. Storm Draft.
Oh yeah, I definitely think that's.
So, from here, you can just like add Yori onto your hand. I think we just keep the Saw It Coming open though. I think that's what we're doing. I think that's really all we had. I mean, it does keep us alive, keep us around. Create a wall. So they're just gonna make a copy of the wall. Unfortunate. Land. Arcana from Grace.
Yeah,
I was fixing to say, there's not a green counter spell, is there?
Snakeskin Veil, but it's not gonna help.
No. Imagine if Once Upon a Time was still legal.
So happy they got rid of it.
I'm so happy they got rid of it.
Um,
Gold Span Dragon's really the only thing.
Yeah, I think I want a Gold Span Dragon just because I need to get to this Kiora. It's like, it's the only way I feel like I'm gonna pull out of it.
Yeah. And then we do have a Fire Prophecy for something.
Elspeth Concert. Oh no!
That's a good one.
Man.
So 2, 4, 6, 7. If we draw a land, you still have it? No, we still have it regardless. Yeah. Did we not make another treasure off that for targeting it?
No.
Why?
Not sure. The sagas come in and target, but somehow it's not considered a spell, maybe?
Oh, because they're like artifacts they enter, and it's not on the stack.
Sure.
6, they're gonna draw a card. Toski's putting in work.
Yes.
Toski's insane. There's a land.
There's a land. Do we want anything in particular? We would need 3 blue for the Oh, it says we can cast it.
Yep. It's return.
I'll take it. All creature spells cost extra this turn. Anything like.
Okay. I mean, well, they did get rid of that. But we still have an 8/8. Unless they get rid of it. Which, they have to have something else to get over it, because it does have hexproof. Die a warrior's death, Chris said.
3/4/4 angels.
Does the warrior's death include eating Wendy's 3 times a day, every day?
He has to swing Koski every turn. That's fine. Well, I should probably block the thing that'll die.
Thonks.
I can't cast it.
Can you not?
She's
Says you
making
can, right?
everything cost 2 more.
3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 9,
You'd
1,
be
1 off.
9. Yeah.
So, I think we're dead, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think so.
Casmina doesn't even do it.
I think we just cast it so we get a cast off. Die a warrior's death. Oh, this deck does not have a sideboard.
No, it
completed.
doesn't.
I completely forgot about that. It
That
still
sucks.
has the exact sideboard the other deck has.
It does if you're me. Call an ambulance, but not for me. For Chris, because he's ate so much Wendy, he's dying.
Needs help. Okay, chat.
It is 7:33.
733. So we have 3 packs left. I think what we're going to do is we will give 1 more pack away today. We are going to put the other 2 on the back burner for our next stream. And I'll have you order out some more packs for the Friday stream.
Okay,
So we'll
sounds
add
good.
these to the pool for Friday. So chat, more packs going out on Friday. Logan's will be going over, I guess, some more Modern Horizons 2 stuff.
We'll go over some Modern Horizons
some-
2 stuff. I do have a couple of things I want to talk about for those interested in Modern. For those who are interested in it, I do want to look at some of the data that we have available and go over that Wizards has allowed in-store play to resume. And what that does mean is Star City Games and the likes are able to start planning and holding events if they want. I do know that coming up in a couple months, there's going to be a card con or something like that that's going on in either Knoxville or Nashville or something in Tennessee. And you could look to see the likes. So like CM Games has a big like 2K $2,000 payout tournament coming up for Modern. So a lot of places are starting to open back up, and so I want to kind of go over for those interested in Modern a couple of the deck lists and just talk more about like what's going on. And then if there are more stuff that comes out for the standard set, the D&D, we'll probably get to that on Friday too. That link that Panda sent.
There's a 4/4 on the other side. So I misplayed, chat. I didn't play a blue land, so I couldn't actually hit my neutralize on turn 3. It is not going to matter here, I don't think.
No.
But let's get a keyword going for the last giveaway of the night, and then we will look over some of those cards that we were just talking about from the Dungeons and Dragons set. Let's actually make this keyword D&D since we're going to be going over the
D&D.
set. Let's go ahead and spam that keyword away, chat. There's a chariot. We don't want to see that hit the field.
Nope. No more tokens. Hampton wants this pack. Hampton's going to get it. There's going to be a fetch land. Foil Old Border Etched Scalding Tarn.
He's calling it now, chat.
I would lose my mind.
All right, we will get to the Alrund's Epiphany. We will get to the Yorian. We can get to the Explosive Welcome, maybe. Maybe.
Possibly?
He
You
foretold
have-
everything in his hand. And there's a Genesis Ultimatum.
That stonks.
Okay, so I have the 2 green. I have the 2 red. This is going to be my...
You don't have blue. You're missing 1 blue.
I'm missing 1 blue. So I have a Fabled Passage in hand to grab the blue next turn.
If we would have played Fabled Passage, we would have had it, but I don't think either of us saw it.
I don't think we would still be able to cast it this turn because we only have 6 mana.
Fabled Passage, since you control 4 more, it will come in untapped.
Right, I'm saying I don't think we would be able to cast Genesis Ultimatum this turn regardless. Because we would only have 6.
Is it 5? Oh, it is 7. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I was looking at it. I thought it was 6.
We can do this, though.
Chris, no one's going to speak for you. I'm sorry. You're a man. You can speak for yourself. Actually, Chris, we were talking about you today. We were talking about how you wanted to be in a... Literally, I just got here a few minutes ago, chump. We were talking about buying Chris a motorcycle. Because he looks like he wants to be a biker. And
he does kind of look like he wants to be a biker.
We were talking to him about Sons of Anarchy earlier today. And we were talking about how if he does get a motorcycle, we're either going to put training wheels on it, or we're going to get a sidecar and he can only ride in the sidecar. I can picture Chris now with like the beard over his shoulder, just flying down the road in goggles and like one of the rounded helmets
the
in
tears
the sidecar.
coming out,
yeah,
tears coming out from underneath the pit vipers.
Dude, give me a sidecar. I mean, that's the only time you'd be able to.
Ooh. Well, okay. I didn't expect that to happen. We just plus the Casmina here, and then we'll Stormfront. Okay, we'll leave that on top, too.
Apparently, there's a big bug in my house, and it needs to die. So, I'm going to have to leave here and go kill a bug.
You always get those calls.
You do?
When you don't need it.
No.
My wife, in the middle of the night, when everyone is asleep, there's no reason for her to be downstairs, will somehow wake me up and be like, there's a spider downstairs, I need you to go deal with it.
Why are you downstairs?
No, you can't have that.
No, thank you.
No angels.
So, how much can Volcanic Geyser hit them for? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, we hit him for 7.
And they're 20.
But we're gonna be a jerk.
Hit him for 5.
Well, how about we do the Magma Opus first?
We could explosive welcome, hit them for 5, make 3 mana, and then like it does put another thing in the graveyard for Magma Opus to make it bigger next turn.
No, that's the other card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the one that does 4 damage divided as I choose among any number of targets.
Oh.
Tap 2 permanents, create a 4/4 blue elemental red creature token, and draw 2 cards.
We can do it in their upkeep and tap 2 of their lands.
That's almost evil enough to work. I love it. So during your upkeep,
Magma Opus.
take 4. Let's tap your green sources.
I think that's it. It's gonna leave.
He's going to tap them, but he doesn't realize that when he goes into his main phase, it's going to fizzle. Ron says jump, I say how high. Past the draw phase.
Well, I think they may be a little bit sad that they didn't get to use that mana.
Nice. Okay. Crawling Barrens. Go ahead and plus this. Cultivate. We don't need that.
I'll never let go, Jack. Immediately, let's go. Fun fact, I am obsessed with the Titanic.
Okay.
Speaking of...
Not the movie.
Not the movie, the actual ship.
ship.
I went to the big museum. Panda said, oh boy. Yeah, I went to the big museum in Pigeon Forge, and we had a good time. Big fan of the Titanic. Did you know there were over 1,500 chickens on the Titanic when it sank? Yeah, there were chickens, there were cats, there were dogs. There was over 30,000 tons of potatoes on the ship when it sank. There were 13 kids on board. It sunk in a little over 2 hours. It hit, iceberg hit around 12 a.m., was submerged at 2 a.m. in the morning. The water at the time was over, I think it was like negative 23 degrees. It was just basically freezing, but from where the ocean currents are always moving, it can't ever freeze because it's not slow enough. That many chickens and only 13 kids? Yeah, mainly because like it was just a boat, like you had to have like a ticket and stuff to get on. Most of the people were wealthy members. So I was on the Titanic. Listen, I'm one of the people that believe that in some point in time, like in another lifetime, I was on the Titanic because I just feel so drawn to it. And fun fact, when I did go to the museum, they give you a little piece of paper, and you like to see if like you survived or whatever. They give you the name of a character or of a person that was on it when it sank. I happened to get the name of of part of the ship crew who was a lookout, who got told that he wasn't supposed to be on the boat that morning, but had the key to the locker where the binoculars were. So I think in some other life, I was that guy, and because I kept the key with me on accident, that I'm the reason why it sunk. So there's a really long story, and I feel that way. And I'm sure my girlfriend is listening to me now, and she's like, why are you talking, you idiot?
Was you the one that spotted that?
No, so the person that I was when I went to the thing in Gatlinburg, no, it was Pigeon Forge. The person that I got was a shipmate who, in the morning, because they rotated the crew, and since it was the first ever voyage of the Titanic, and it's this big luxury liner, they wanted some of the older captain mates and people who had been in the Royal Fleet before to get the chance to ride. So they had moved the person that I was off of duty, but I still had the key to the binocular box. Okay. I just didn't get up that morning to go put it in. So unfortunately, my person was not on there. But one of the things that they had a quote. It said that they felt really bad that they are the reason that they think that it sunk, because they weren't there to spot the iceberg.
I was watching something the other day. They were talking about how there was a mathematician or analyst who was on the ship, but then the company hired him to give them the probability that the ship would sink, and they disregarded his like calculations. Yep. He said like multiple times, it's not impossible for this ship to sink.
And that was the thing.
It statistically has to happen.
Yeah, no, it always has to happen. And that was the thing, is like newspapers said that like I killed thousands of people, Chris. I'm still kind of stuck on this only 13 kids aboard. Guess the movie really pushed the whole women and children thing first. I think they'd imagined there were way more kids that need saving. So the thing about it is that it's a luxury liner, and it, at the time, like the people who got to ride on it were wealthy businessmen. One of the people who started Sears, who was the owner of Sears, was on the boat. They unfortunately passed away, but one of their other coworkers was not. I believe somebody that done coals or had the idea for coals was on the boat.
Okay.
There was only one car on board, and it's the one car. But fun fact, the movie shows the car put together, but by standards of the White Star Line, the people who made the Titanic said that the car could not be put together, so it had to be in parts in a box. So there is, I think it's like a Model T Ford is sitting on the bottom of the ocean in parts. So if you want it bad enough, you can go get it. But good luck. No, what they were is they had children who worked for White Star Line who were down in the engine and boiler room.
Yeah, the ones they get to clean out and do all this.
Yeah, they got to get in the burners when they were off and cool and clean all the soot and stuff out. So they weren't, they were workers. They weren't like just children just riding along. They were workers.
I like how you say they got to.
Yeah, no, I think like one of the things said that they made like 75 cents an hour and only worked 8 hours. But like, once again, this is like the early 1900s, so like it was really sad. Oh my god, it's real life Snowpiercer, what the F? Snowpiercer's a really good movie.
It is.
I liked it a lot. I don't like the TV show, but I do like Snowpiercer.
I haven't really put any time into the TV show.
It's been alright. There's just nothing to write home about. But, looks like we are getting clobbered on the board.
It's definitely true.
We did get off topic a little bit there with the Titanic, but I really love the Titanic. I could talk for hours about the Titanic. If y'all want a Titanic stream one day, by all means, I will indulge you.
Can I show you, chat, what you don't want to see when you Genesis Ultimate?
One target. You do get the rest in your hand, but you unfortunately can't cast that Storm's Wrath.
No, I'm casting it.
No, I'm casting it. Oh, do you have enough now?
I do. I
Oh,
won't if that dies, though.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
How do I do this?
Hmm.
It would be the end of battle phase, so that won't work. I think I just let it die and do it next turn. Can I survive this turn? I should. Yeah, absolutely.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They would have to put 9 more damage on board. And you have a Prismari command up.
+1/+1 counter. 2 target creatures, they gain vigilance and lifelink for the end of
Jeez.
that puts them out of range for the kill spells.
Yeah. Sad, unfortunately.
I think it will be okay. This is gonna hurt though. Yeah, we're not doing that. I don't know how many times I have to say no. Not Kazmina.
Not Kazmina.
Please don't do this.
So they prioritized Kazmina, killed it, and it kept us alive, and now we have a gold span dragon. What happened to our treasure tokens?
Well, I use them for I can't cast this, but I can't cast this.
I think we need to kill the Archon of Sun's Grace, because it's the one that makes the recursive things over and over.
And then I get the Magma Opus next turn, so...
Magma Opus. Do a history podcast, Logan, on a personal stream. You see, like, I don't have a...
Be Titanic.
Yeah, like I don't have a computer or anything. Like, I have an Xbox, so like I could stream to Twitch through my Xbox while like I'm playing a game. Like, I could do that. I do have a Twitch channel. It's pretty wild. But like I don't stream very often. I haven't streamed in over a year. But like I could do that one time, and you all like just like watch me play video games. That may be something I do, but like I'd have to get to a comfortable point with where I'm at right now to start focusing on it. No, but it is something I have thought about doing. Like I streamed Magic Arena before when I was super in on the grind for Arena. When I was like still writing articles and stuff, but since then I just kind of I just haven't been doing it. I would totally stream if they let me stream BioShock games, but 2K Australia has it locked down to where Twitch you cannot stream without a capture card, and I don't have one of those. So
here's my point. I'm going to Magma Opus before he attacks.
Opus.
The 4 damage is going to be divided between the 2 cats. I don't care what we... Oh, hold on. I don't want to do that. Submit those 2. And then we want to tap that, tap that.
I see it now, Logan. Me and you on history, absolutely in a heartbeat.
That doesn't matter, sir. You hit me for 4, you put me at 1. I'm still tapping that. Get a 4/4 to block.
Opus. Wolfwillow Haven. Alex. Man. One I haven't seen in a little bit. Non-dragon creature. King Goldspan Dragon hit it for 4.
I mean, I have to do this. If I do this, those are gone.
Yeah, no, they're dead, for sure. Definitely dead. Now you can Goldspan Dragon hit the Calyx. I have always loved history. Always loved it. I'm a big fan of the World War II era. Big fan of the Civil War era. I love like the early on games for Assassin's Creed where they were super history driven. I really like those. Same. Yorion.
Well,
We will take those.
can I explosive weapon this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. I'll take the test.
Do an episode about the Vikings or an 1800 Civil War, and I'm in. Bet, man.
I can't get enough of World War II. Like,
Oh, you can't? No, it's just
it never ends either. When you think that you've learned everything you possibly can, the Nazis are like, we have spaceships.
No.
We've got a time machine. It's like, come on, guys.
It just never ends. Never ending.
This guy thinks he did something cool. Oh, he's still trying to punch me.
Fun fact, I think it's Pepsi. It might have been Pepsi during the 40s. had the third largest military in the world at one point. I think it was like in terms of like tanks, they had the third largest. I know Ford sent over help to Germany during the 40s. The Ford Corporation did. Whack. Yeah, could you imagine Pepsi's just like, Coke, it's over. We've got tanks.
I need you guys to resign, okay?
Stop.
It's time. Okay, we can get rid of that, and we would take 2. He has nothing to put +1/+1 counters on, as far as I can see. You can make copies. Wait. Return target creature or planeswalker card from the graveyard to the battlefield, +1/+1 counter on it. What does he have? Archon?
Oh my. That's what it is.
But I have an explosive welcome. These are both instants, right? Okay.
Okay, it wasn't in the 40s, but
The U.S. was the biggest arms dealer in the 1900s and the 2000s, and
in the late 1980s, Russia's initial agreement to serve Pepsi in their country was about to expire. But at this time, one of their other things wasn't going to be enough to cover the cost. So the Russians did what many countries would do in desperate times. They traded Pepsi a fleet of subs and boats for the whole lot of soda. The new agreement included 17 submarines, a destroyer, a cruiser, and a frigate to keep the Pepsi deal from expiring in Russia. Pepsi had 17 submarines in the 1980s. It brings tears to my eyes. So funny.
so he's exiling my Yorion. It's a -3 to do that?
They became the 6th largest military power at that time. Just with that. That might have been loud, and I apologize.
7. Oh, we're not doing that. Okay. Our only hope is another burn spell.
It's true.
And we got a Lotus Cobra and a Nile.
We gotta shuffle them away.
Not looking good. Crawling there. Well, I think that is game. So we can hit him for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Hello,
8, 9,
it's
10,
Key.
11.
Smeejos,
Smeejos, get
and
that out of here.
and it's Key. We are currently running a giveaway for a Modern Horizons 2-pack. The keyword is D&D, all caps. So if you are interested in winning one of these before our stream ends, which is very shortly, spam D&D to get entered in on this. So yeah, don't forget we've got one more. We're saving the other 2 for next time. But if you do want to enter this, remember to stay followed and type in D&D. So stream's about to end, so this is about your last chance.
So we will go ahead and roll for that giveaway, chat.
Oh, here it goes.
Yeah. GG's. So yeah, the 2 versions of Tamir Control that we've got today,
You seem okay. You seem decent.
they're not bad decks. They are definitely missing something.
Yeah.
I feel like the 80 card version is 2 decks pushed into one, and we really need to decide whether we're going to go the hard counter build or if we're going to go the hard aggressive build. It does seem sus to me, Joe, I know. But the 60 card version, it definitely feels a lot more consistent. I feel like we won more games with it. It feels like it needs at least one more win condition, I feel like, to really set it over the edge, because it feels like if we mascot exposition and they field right, we're done. We can still crackle with power, but it costs a lot of mana to hit that for enough damage to kill someone. So I think there are some things that we want to look over there. with the day. But let's go ahead and roll this.
We're gonna
giveaway
roll
here.
it.
Hampton.
Oh my! There's a fetch land. I'm telling you, Cody Mack. Thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. We love it. You've been subscribed for 6 months. Thank you so much.
Yo, Cody, how's it going? Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. All right, chat. Let's open up this pack for Hampton here.
Hampton, if there's a fetch land in there, I'm gonna drive to your house.
A Necroglyph, right? Yeah. Not Tarmogoyf. Necroglyph. Yeah.
I'm gonna drive to your house. I'm gonna wait for it to get shipped out and get to you, and then I'm gonna take it.
You got a beautiful squirrel artwork there, Hampton.
Squirrel. Swamp.
You have a swamp. Lion frame landscaper Kolos. Echoing return. Sinister starfish. Tizarus charger. We see a lot of that card.
Yep.
Disciple of the Sun. Blazing Rootwalla. Rakdos headliner. Sylvan Anthem is your rare. Mog salvage. And Aeromoeba. Old border card. And you have a foil version of the same card. And
Sucks.
you also got a Victimize.
Victimize. That is from the mystery booster, I do believe. So those do go to Hampton. Yep.
All right, Hampton.
Everyone.
All right, chat. So you know the drill. Into the stream. We got to go over super quickly the shows that are coming up for the rest of the week. So tomorrow is Thursday. We will have we'll finish out round 1 of Halo for our Troll versus Toad tournament, and then we'll go into round 2, which I believe will probably go fairly quickly. After Troll versus Toad tomorrow, we have TNT Tactics with Hampton, I believe, and Jason Palmer, and then after that, so that's from 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and then 6 to 8, we will have Happy Little Orcs, a painting stream with Josh Hampton.
So Hampton's gonna be
Hampton, what are you painting this week?
gonna be here for a long time tomorrow, Hampton.
Yes, Hampton will be here for a very long time, as he's decided to do on Thursdays for some reason.
Gargantuan red.
Gargantuan red dragon?
Think so?
That's gonna be sick.
Stonks.
I'm down. Okay. And then Friday night we will have Magic with Logan at 2:00. Not sure exactly what we'll go over. Probably the stuff that I missed, even though I had Banda send me that list of cards. I didn't even look at them, and I apologize for that. We'll definitely look over those on Friday. After that, we will have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Super Show, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We're probably going to cut that show short, chat, so probably in around 7:30, so we don't cause any issues with leaving the building. And then not this weekend, but next weekend, we will have our D&D campaign, Troll and Toad Plays Dungeons & Dragons Planar Escapades in a new special location. So keep an eye out for that. That will be on the 3rd. As always, I am Kelly. You can find me online at Twitch TV/Bearded Turtle or on Twitter at Bearded Turtle. I'm joined today by my good friend Logan every Wednesday. Logan, where can people find you at?
You can find me here.
Find him here.
Yeah, usually try and stay off social media outside of like Facebook. Like you can find me on Facebook if you know me on Facebook. But like,
where you at, Logan?
Yeah, like that's it.
You can definitely find him in the Discord chat. If you guys are not
Yes,
a member
absolutely.
of the Discord already, ! Discord in the chat. We'll get you a link. Go ahead and join up. We're actually going to start doing movie nights in the Discord soon.
Yo.
Keep an eye out for that. And running some tournaments and stuff within our Discord community. There's already the special giveaway. If you subscribe, Cody Mac Gaming, I saw you subscribe earlier. There is a 5% off discount code in our Discord, so definitely check that out.
Absolutely.
If you want to buy anything on trollandtoad.com, get 5% off on those purchases.
Yeah.
Chat, we do giveaways every stream. We are streaming more than 40 hours a week at this point. We thank you guys for all the support and for coming out for us. Honestly, a dream job. Can't believe we get to do this every day. But yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great night.